Oh, yeah. Hello. My voice being heard. Okay. Okay. And then we're gonna check if it is working properly, but something's off. So let's try. Is this helping you? I don't know. I don't know. Is it wait, my compressor was off. Does that help? Okay, my compressor is on. I've stopped the NVIDIA voice chat now. My compressor is on. I added a noise removal and room echo removal from NVIDIA. Yeah, I don't know, something is off. My voice quality seems very off.
Wait, is it that? Was I on the wrong mic? Wait, is it that? Was I on the wrong mic? I was. So now, okay, I've got all the settings on now. Okay, I've got all the settings on now. Okay, let's check if the audio is clear now. Okay, let's check if the audio is clear now. Perfect. Alright, so I have my stream running, all my settings are fine. The only thing I need to do now is put this over here and use this as my lighting. So what I'm gonna do is just open up Google, I guess. Okay, that does not work. Okay, so I think that should give me sufficient lighting now. Okay, so I think that should give me sufficient lighting now. Let's check the quality of the stream. This is me with the lights on. Let's check the quality of the stream. This is me with the lights on. Okay, fuck the light, honestly. Fuck you, they're too bright for me. But, I'm a dumbass. That should make a big difference now. 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 Perfect. So we got the stream going. Okay, let me pump up the brightness on my screen as well because I can't really see what the fuck's happening here. Did that. This. Okay, I've got Dota going now. Let's go. Okay, let's see. So we have Largo. Largo amplifies his allies on the battlefield, inspiring efficient spell casting and projecting greater harm upon his foes. Okay, so that seems like a spell amp buff, which makes sense because he is a bard, so he should be a supporting character. He is quick to catch friends and enemies alike, controlling the flow of a skirmish with his sticky tongue. Okay, so some sort of grappling and movement ability where you can make your enemies and allies move around. And his froglings are always eager to stomp around underfoot, so some damage, like if he's on top of people, I'm assuming. When a battle really gets hopping, Largo is happy to step into the spotlight and play the hits. So that's some Luna from Marvel Rival shit. Strumming a set of classics to grant his team powerful blessings to slide the tone and tempo of a fight firmly into their favor. Okay, let's see. So, let's start with the facet. Buffs that Largo applies to himself for his team have extended duration. So that's 10% or plus 1% per level up. So say for example, that's a Glimmer Cape that you're putting on your team, 4 seconds will become 4.4 seconds. That is pretty insane. He's level 10, that's 20%. He is level 15, that's 25%. That's, I think, pretty wild. 4 seconds would become 5 seconds at level 15. Okay, that's pretty strong. Let's see his first ability. Catchy, like Largo licks the targeted unit with his tongue, pulling it back a short distance, applying a basic dispel and dealing damage if it's an enemy. Okay, dispelling an effect from a target grants Largo temporary health regen. That's pretty cool. 85, 170, 255, 340. So that's like a nice basic nuke. Mana cost is 80 to 95, which is good. It scales pretty well in terms of damage and mana. Pull distance starts from 210, goes up to 300. That doesn't scale very hard. Ally pull distance 375 static. Okay. So what scaling is the distance in which you can pull your enemy. Bonus health regen 4, 6, 8, 10 for 10 seconds. So that's 40, 60, 80, and 100 healing every time you use this, and the cooldown is pretty low as well. Okay, that seems pretty good. Okay, it's a 700 cast range, but you pull them a smaller amount. Okay, that makes sense. Next, we have Frog Stomp. Largo tosses froglings to an area. They stomp the ground every 1 second, dealing damage and mini stuns, and enemies in the area have reduced movement speed. Did I get a chat? I did not. Yeah, that seems more like it. Okay, sorry. So Largo tosses froglings into an area. They stomp the ground every 1 second, dealing damage and mini stuns. And enemies in the area have reduced movement speed. It's 800 is the cast range, I'm assuming, not the AoE. Damage per stomp starts at 35, goes up to 65. 4 stomps, 35, that's 120 plus 20, 140. Goes up to 7, yeah, that's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. 770, it's 490, it's around 450 damage. That's pretty fucking wild. Okay, stomp the ground every 1 second, so it's not that bad. It's like a shrapnel of sorts. Slows up to 30%. Okay. In that area, radius is 350. All right, that sounds pretty good. Croak of Genius. Largo strums a tune to a friendly hero. The hero's items and abilities have reduced mana cost, and the percentage of the damage reverberates over the following 5 seconds. When an affected hero spends mana, the remaining buff duration is reduced by 0.5 seconds. Okay. 30-second buff duration is fucking insane. This should be like a 5-second buff at most. Damage reverb 30% up to 45%. That is insane. 15% mana cost reduction. Yeah, this shit is broken. So if you do 1000 damage to someone, you're doing 500 more damage over the next 5 seconds for free. Plus you're spending lesser mana. So this with like a CM would fucking kill. Yep. Okay, and the ultimate Amphibian Rhapsody. Largo gets ready to grow. He is disarmed and his ability bar switches to 3 song abilities. Okay, each with different effects. Songs are only effective if strummed on the beat. Every time he strums successfully, he gains a stack of Groovin. Each stack gives him bonus armor and reduces the mana cost of every song. But he loses a stack if he misses a beat. Stacks linger for a short duration when Largo's song ends. Okay, 750 is the radius. Beat interval is 1 second. Max stacks is 5 armor per stack, 2, 3, 4. Stack linger duration 5 seconds. 2 second cooldown. So he can basically do this on and off. If I'm getting that correct. Armor per stack 2, 3, 4. Song mana cost reduction per stack. Okay, so Bull Belly Blitz is the first one. Increases nearby allied heroes' spell amplification by 8, 12, 16% and grants their attacks additional 20, 25, 30% magic damage. Increases nearby friendly units' movement speed by 16, 20 to 28%. This is nearby friendly units. Okay, and grants a brief 70, 80, 90% slow resistance. Grants 78 healing to nearby friendly. What the fuck is on with this shit? Okay. That sounds good. That sounds pretty good. Okay, so it takes mana to strum these beats. Okay, I see. And then with the ultimate, the mana cost reduction per stack. Okay, so 5 stacks up to 10 mana cost is reduced. Okay, makes sense. So you can't just spam this. Okay, let's look at the acceptor. So let's look at the chart first. Encore, whenever Largo applies a unit target buff to a friendly hero, he also gets the buff. Okay, that's pretty good. If Largo targets himself, the buff is also applied to the nearest allied hero within the casting of the target ability. Fair. Amphibian Rhapsody, Largo can play 2 songs per beat by strumming both at the same time. On beats, when he strums 2 songs, Largo deals 50 plus dash magic damage per groove and stacked in. So if he has 5 stacks, that's 5 into 20. That's 100. 150 magic damage per second. Sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty good. Okay, let's look at the talent tree now. Catchy Lick, health regen. Okay, so that's pretty good for getting a lot of HP regen. Frogstorm damage, that's decent. I think the highest was 65. Yeah. Not great, but 65 goes up to 80. Not bad either. Like a 20% increase. Catchy Lick, cast range and pull distance. Okay, the longer range of initiation or save. 1.5% Croak of Genius. Croak of Genius, max health, DPS. Okay. I don't think it needs that, but sure. So 5 seconds is going to do 7.5 seconds, 7.5% max HP as damage in an AoE. Sure. 50% Groovin armor aura. I didn't really understand what Groovin is, to be fair. Oh, that's a stack. Okay. Fair. But he gets an armor aura for that. Okay, cool. $140 catchy lick damage. That makes it around 500-ish damage. 35% Amphibian Rhapsody song effects. That's fucking crazy. Okay, let's demo this now. We've teased it enough. Let's demo this shit. Every time a new hero drops, it takes me back to when I think 7 point something dropped, and there was Monkey King as a new hero, and they didn't try to balance him in any way whatsoever. Like, they wanted him to be just the most strongest hero across all games, I believe. I think even Radan would have a tough time fighting Monkey King from when he dropped. His first ability did like some 600% damage, if I'm not wrong, 600% of the attack damage. So you just had to get like a little bit of damage, you know, and then you could just one shot everything and everyone and everything all the time. It also had like a super small cooldown. Yeah, he was quite insane, I'd say. Okay, let's see. So we got this. They seem to have changed how. Alright, the demo works. This is some new buttons over here I can see, and I like this. So as of right now, Largo seems to have only one facet. It doesn't do anything. Okay, fair. Yeah. Okay, so we can spawn any neutral we want now, which is pretty cool. I think if he's standing still, his frogs come up. That's pretty cute. Maybe for that to happen again. So I can change my hero, get an ally, get an enemy, get a dummy. So a dummy will be needed, of course. I love Satisha, swap team. I like the swap team option. This really bugged me earlier on. That's pretty good. Global health and mana region. I can turn this off. Okay. Interesting. I can grant all of an interesting experience scale. Okay, sure. Time scale. Oh shit. Okay. So you're giving me slow-mo in-game now. That's fucking insane. And I can save and load game states. Beautiful. Shit, okay. I need to stop fangirling about this. Look at the froggies though. Look at them. Oh. Oh. And I like that I can now demo with friends. This is like pretty cool. I love it. Anyways, going back. I need to put the time back to normal. Okay. So let's see. First ability. That is the range, and if this is an enemy, it's a little bit of pull. A little bit. Yeah. Let's get a dummy and let's swap team on him. Yes, there's nothing to work on that. That's fine. Okay, so the remove button seems to be spoiled. That's okay.
Come on, get a wriggle on.
That. Okay, that's quite a bit of full distance on the ally. That's pretty good. I like it. Now, as we level up, I'm sure that changes. Okay, that's pretty good, I would say. That's not bad at all. They're running away. No, I don't. Okay, now let's see Frog Stomp. So, let's see AoE. And once I put it. Oh, ooh. I like it. Okay, so that's 4 stomps for level 1. And once we max it out. I like how it looks. It looks so cool. This looks so pretty, dude. Look at it. I got music too. Alright, let's look at the stat gain for a quick second because I did skip this. So he seems to be a strength hero, 3.6 on strength, 1.3 ag, very low ag gain, 2.4 on int is not bad at all. We'll look at the base stats later now since I've already leveled them up. Let's go Croak of Genius now. Largo Storms are tuned to a friendly hero. The hero's items and abilities are reduced mana cost and a percent of the damage of its winning buff cooldown. Right, so this starts with 30% rebuff, goes up to 45. 12-second buff duration doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. Like, I can break this right now with so many different heroes. It's fucking insane. So let's see what is one of the highest damage heroes, level 1. Okay, let's try Gyro, I guess. While not the highest, but it's pretty good. Okay, so this does 174 damage, takes 85 mana. Let's remove this now. Put him there. Okay, this has a pretty big range too. So that did 230 damage, and obviously it's a reduced mana cost when I have that active on me. 72 is the mana cost. $237. Okay. Now let's see normally. 180. Yep. This I would say, my friends, is going to be quite broken. Alright, so let's test this out. Let's get an ally Lena. Let's level it up. We'll give level 1 ulti, okay, not too much. It's 500 damage. And we'll assume the Bard Frog has maxed this out, so that's 45. So now she has 375 damage. Is going to reverberate. That is 545, and if she had her whole kit over here,
I go like the blazes.
1184 damage. Again, this is from the total. Now what I'll do is refresh, and we go 814. Okay,
I'm going.
814. Remember that number. 1184. Is that? Yeah, that's about right. That's about right. That makes sense. Yeah, 1184. That's quite a bit. I would say giving a 50% amp straight up is insane. And the best part, it's on the hero, right? So wait a minute, does this work on everything? Items and abilities. Okay, so if this fella had a radiance,
Like a wildfire.
I think 45. Yo, nah, that's not fair. That's not fair. So for this whole duration, I'm doing the usual 45 from this plus an additional 27 magic damage per, which, what are 25% base, that's, say 20, right? Say another 20 damage right there. 65 damage per second because of this shit, by doing nothing and just existing. Yeah, this
Yes.
is going to be a bit of a problem. Now this, just based off the Bard alone, I can bet that we're gonna see a lot more casters in the game along with this.
Why ask why?
Now let's try out the ultimate.
All good.
Let's try out the ultimate now. So when I pop the ulti, it changes, okay? So I don't need to keep spamming this. I need to spam it only if I want the stacks. And what do the stacks do? Each stack he strums, he gains a stack of Grooming. Each stack gives him bonus armor and reduces the mana cost of every song, but he loses the stack. Okay, so I'm gonna keep doing it if I want to keep the thing up, but additional magic damage and spell amp. I want to see, okay, I just want to see what this does now. So if I put
I'm going.
her here with radiance, right? I have the talent now for this Croak of Genius max health and DPS, which would mean that if I put this on her and I turn this on,
Oh yeah.
yeah, I would not call that balanced at all whatsoever. Okay, like for example, let's get this guy, let's level him up a bit, you know, let's give him a few levels, make him 15, why the hell not? Refresh. Okay, he's all fine and dandy, he's good, right? She walks in with radiance. A little bit of damage. I'm tickling him.
Like a wildfire.
He's fine. Right now, body. Suddenly, he's ticking a lot faster. So now, just imagine that anything that ticks and does damage over time is going to do a lot more damage over time because of this shit. Now, you know, whatever. It's not that great, right? So what we do is we get a Necrophos, alright, and we let's just say give him a few levels, right? So this is what my build usually looks like. I usually get a serious stack duration, but I'm thinking this will not be very bad either. Whatever, who cares, right? This is pretty good. So now let's see if okay, Heartstopper Aura does not proc it, so that is like a little bit of a lifesaver, I would say. Otherwise that would be quite obnoxious, but why the hell not? So just by standing and existing, he's losing all his HP next to me, and it's gonna take him what, 10 seconds to die without using any abilities, just me existing around him. That's it. And if I wanted to, I could also grant my ally spell amp, which sounds insane again, but sure. So let's turn the song on. Now I want to give spell amp or slow response, move speed, or heal. Okay, so damage, move speed, heal, right? Damage, move speed, heal. Alright. So we do this, we walk him in, and then we do boom. Yeah, no, this is a lot of damage. Now let's turn this off. Yeah, let's get him to hit him. I mean, I'm liking this guy. This is quite fun, honestly speaking. This is like a pretty good area control. Mini stuns are always great. Cancel TPs, cancel whatever. Doesn't have a very big cooldown either. 14 seconds is pretty good. 25 seconds cooldown. Honestly, the spell is quite broken. Okay, I'll be very fucking honest. Reduce mana cost plus you're doing extra damage up to 45% over time. That's insane. Catchy Leg seems to be pretty decent as a save. His facet, oh, of course, right. Right, the buffs have an extended duration. I forgot about this. So this isn't the 30-second duration. This is a how much is it right now? 25. 37.5-second duration. Right, let's just test that out. Yep, 37-second duration. So as he levels up, that's just gonna get worse. 35% amphibian rhapsody sound effect. So let's say 35% or 30. So the time 40%.
Did anyone see a path? Yeah, I could go for a tramp. Let's dance.
So I really think the move speed thing is pretty good because the slow resistance up to 90%, right? Say for example you have a Venomancer on the other team, like his shit doesn't do shit to your team anymore, right? So let me show you what I'm talking about. Say you got Venomancer, enemy, go here. Now this ability 35% slow up to 50% slow. Let's level up.
My venom flows. I run.
Yeah, there's a Necro out of here.
Yes.
Right, so 35% so whatever.
Blazes.
That's her movement speed, right? The moment she's hit. Now
As you say. Well, let's make some noise.
yeah, no, this will really screw with a lot of shit. So I couldn't show it there properly, right? But you get what I'm saying. If there's any sort of slows on someone, you can just use this and that slow is basically nullified. Even 70% resistance is a lot. So even if this was level 1, I mean right now it is 80%, but you could see the difference it made, right? and she is trying to. So let's try it again, I guess. Let's do this. Let me give her some boots. This is showcase, right? So she got 335 move speed right now, not bad. She gets this. Look at her move speed, right? She can really make it there. You get what I'm saying. So this is pretty good, right? Like, so anyone who relies a lot on slows, so someone like a Venomancer or a Viper, this I would say is pretty good against that. It's pretty good in any team comp, because in any game that you play, you're gonna have either spell damage or magic damage, right? So what this also does is that it also makes heroes like Viper a counter pick, I think, to this, in the sense that they come with a lot of base magic resistance, which is what you're gonna need against this, because both right clicks are also gonna do magic damage and normal magic damage is gonna do amped magic damage by a lot, right? So if you look at this, so let me check this. Let's see if hitting someone also reverberates. No, it doesn't. Right, so if you see, the right clicks aren't reverberating, which is the problem. Now this might, it doesn't. So while it is doing magic damage and I can see that, it's not.
Open fire.
So we'll be able to see it more clearly, right? So 145. You got 34 magic damage. But the point is, yeah, this guy's gonna be buffing a lot of magic damage through this, through that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is fine. This I think is the most balanced ability out of these all. In terms of the mana cost to damage, that's pretty good, I would say, but not something broken in my opinion. This is also pretty good. I think it'd be really nice to farm with. You got this AoE 500 damage nuke over 7 seconds. Takes a while, so it's not gonna be the fastest, but it also looks very good. Like, just look at it. Look at these froggies jumping. Yeah. Okay, so I think that's it for this hero, at least for now. Oh, right, unbeaten. Right, I forgot about that. And oh yeah, so he can also use this on himself and do a lot of magic damage himself. So by Radiance, you put this on yourself, you get the scepter and you start doing a shitload of magic damage, I would say. Let's get scepter. And here. So you can amp and give move speed at the same time. You can amp and heal at the same time. You can give move speed and heal at the same time to escape with, while also doing damage to the enemy. 50 plus groove and stacked, which is going to be a lot. So let's check this out again. I wasn't really paying attention that time. Alright, let's go here. And I'm gonna play, let's do these two, right? So I also reached max stacks pretty quickly. Yeah, okay, that's an interesting hero. Now I'm gonna quit the demo entirely. Oh right, I had Novid on earlier, maybe that's why I couldn't see the video. Okay, cool. So we're gonna shut that for now and we're gonna have a look at the patch notes. This is my favorite. Okay, so change the order of the first and the third band phases. First band phase. First is equal to team with first pick, second is team second pick, alright? Or it was first, second, second, first, second, second, first. That's first, first, second, second, first, second, second, alright? So the second team still gets 4 bands, but the first team gets 2 bands first. And the third band phase is first, second, second, first instead of first, second, first, second. Ooh, okay. Doesn't concern me, I'm not a pro player yet. Talents no longer require a skill point to level. Now talents are learned by using their own talent points available at 10, 15, 25. Okay. And plus 2 all attribute bonuses skilled by level 22. So that means you do become stronger a little faster. All facets that used to have 6 all attribute bonuses now have 7 bonuses again. Got it. So whenever you have an extra level to scale up somewhere, yeah, 2 shifts. Okay, fine. Tier 4 towers now have barracks reinforcement buff. Each allied barracks that has not been destroyed provides. Ooh, okay, that's pretty good. So you can't. It's not as easy to just bum rush a base if you like. Say for example, you had a team fight, the enemy team does not have buybacks. You can't just go straight down mid, take the first lane of racks, and end the game because they're gonna have 8 towers, 8 more armor on the towers if you have both the other barracks on. Bonus is for each individual building, totaling in plus 24 armor for 6 barracks. Okay. Okay, so if you've taken down one lane, that leaves 16 armor on the table. Pretty good. Assist gold formula reworked. Used to be 60 plus victim net worth into 0.037 divided by number of heroes. Now it's 15 plus. What for everything else? 50 plus victim net worth. Okay, so I added 15 more gold for assists, which is I'll take that any day. Melee creep gold bounty now increases by 1 per lane creep upgrade interval every 7.30. Okay. Okay. I like this. AoE bounty radius increased. I like this. Okay, that's nice. Version around heroes. Oh, okay. Courier respawn time decreased from 60 seconds plus 6 per hero level. Courier respawn time decreased to 45 plus 5 seconds per hero level. Okay, so killing couriers is not as effective anymore. You're not going to hinder them as much, but I like this new formula in the sense also that it should start out pretty low and then go more. So I would say this 5 could have still been a 6. I don't mind that, or a 7 even. But I like this, not bad. Courier no longer have a 15% monthly penalty while carrying a clarity and and mango fairy fire. That was just dumb. I don't know why they had that. Flying courier will now go to a more obscure shopping area within range of the secret shop and using go to secret shop. Okay, that's nice. All illusions now have 800 daytime vision and 400 nighttime vision. Okay. So Slark Luna illusions will not have as much extra bonus vision, I'm assuming. Map objectives are no longer considered a hero for lifesteal mechanics. As a result, physical lifesteal from damage to Roshan is reduced by 40%. Spell lifesteal from damage. Okay. Much harder to take him solo. Disarm debuffs is no longer dispellable. Okay. Interesting. Yes, please. This is important. Picking kilometers location will trigger the same ping. Yes, important. Minimap now only has one tormentor icon and reflects where tormentor is or will spawn. The shining now only starts dealing access surrounding enemies when damaged. Thank you. I hated when I would just walk past that and I'm taking damage for free without doing anything to it, and like all I'm trying to do is hide from the enemy carry, you know, like I just want to gank, but this thing wants to damage me, so I like it. Runes body rune grants gold based on when it was created, not when it was activated. I like that. Haste rune duration no longer increases by 3 seconds, it's always 22 seconds now. Okay. Invis no longer grants incoming damage reduction. I did not know that was a thing, but I'm glad it's not. Extended streams into both Radiant and Dire bases and added defenders gate to the outside of the respective safe lanes where the stream flows. Okay, so you can enter the base from both sides, that's what I'm assuming now. I want to start the demo mode on the map so I can see the map, the new one with this new shit. So we'll keep that on hold. We'll come back here and we'll pick up, where is my boy? Is he not on the list? Okay, this is the custom list I'm assuming, which is why I'll have to add him here. There we go. He goes somewhere here. I don't really know what his name is. Let's see. He goes after Kunka. Okay, that's a spot. Save changes. Alright, so we get him and we demo full map.
Strumming and strolling.
Pretty sure my YouTube should still be on, but let's check. Okay, it is on. Alright, so you can now exit from here and you can also enter. This gives a lot more space. This makes sense in terms of like making the map more what should I call it, congruent? No, I don't know the word is what I'm looking for, but you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I like this. This also gives you a path now, so when you're at base you can run. You get the movement speed buff from right here if I'm not wrong. Let's get some booties.
There's the spot.
Right, yeah, you can start going from here. You clear this,
Next player walking.
here, you clear this, there, and when you want to even escape, so earlier if you're doing this, you would come here, kill this, and you would have to walk all the way around like that to get safe, but now all you have to do is here and here, and you're pretty much safe just standing over here. Plus this looks like a high ground to me, so let's try this out. Let's get a blink.
They're gonna have front
First piece says,
She'll be right.
right, this is a high ground, so even if someone was standing there I would not know, but standing there you get vision of me over here. That's pretty good. I'm getting vision up till there if I'm not wrong. Yeah, I could see till there. So I like it, I like it, I like it, I like it. Turtle spawn 1718 top chasm. Okay, let's go back to seeing what else has been changed. Remove some trees inside the base of the safe lane. Defender gets position. Hard camp nearest to tier 3 towers where the streams used to start has been demoted to a medium camp. Okay. Move to safe lane, medium, amphibian, neutral camp. Closest to tier 2 tower up the stream, slightly closer to the respective bases. Right, so this used to be over here. Move it back. That makes it a little safer to farm also now, because earlier it was very easy to invade this. All you had to do was come here, cross. Now you have this vision which will. There's more trees here, so it's harder to see, but you'll see someone coming in from here, you know. They could still come around, but if they're coming up straight like this, you have a little bit more time to see them. Going back. Lower the wisdom shrine areas to low ground compared to the respective off lanes. Fill them with water and connect it to the water area by the tier 1 towers. What the fuck are they talking about? Yo, this looks insane now. Okay, let's go here. Right, this is high ground, all the same, and suddenly now after this camp there is low ground. So it's harder to invade, basically. Instead of the one invading having vision, the one invading has no vision and they have to hide. But the laners can see you from here is multiple angles. But they also have another path to come through there. And there is this path. Okay, I like how this looks. I'm not gonna lie, I like how this looks. I like patches in general. I don't think these map things. Sometimes they make it worse, but it's just fun to have something different, you know, every now and then. Hard camps nearest to Wisdom Shrines have been moved slightly back to the bases, changed the bridges to actual bridges, slightly expanded the entrance to the bridge by the lotus pools and adjusted the area within the nearby water areas. Hard camp and triangle has been demoted to a medium camp. Why to do that? This is a medium camp now, it's not a hard camp. It makes sense, but it makes my mid laners worse now because I can't farm as quickly. Twin gate mana cost reduced from 75 to 30. Thank you. Refund the mana cost of the teleporting channel was interrupted. Yes, please. Clear up some areas around the tormentor locations. Okay, so let's look at this first. They said they cleared this up a bit, so I'm assuming that means there's more juke parts available now. So this looks like a little bit more space. You come up, you have the gate. I think this is what they mean. Yeah, there used to be like a fuckload of trees now, but it's lesser. It's more obvious and more open. What is the next thing? The watcher has been removed, so there's no watcher over here now, which makes sense. I did not really like that watcher. I felt like that was previous. They put it here now, so you can have a look over the bounty rune. Alright.
Better get to my next venue.
Excuse me? Excuse me? Nah, this has to be a replay thing. This can't. This no. I don't. Watch on the primary jungle have a repossession from stairs near the small camp to the cliff above the bounty ruins. Oh, so this one has been moved from there to here. Alright. Alright. Okay. Added additional blocks preventing flying movement around the edges of the map. Okay, so Bat Rider can't go out of the map now. Rip Jenkins. Watch on night vision reduced. Watch your capture time decreased. Okay, defender gear vision radius increased. Now show their vision radius while holding Alt. Okay, that's nice. I like that. I should be able to see this. Okay. Remove the tree between Dire safe lane, tier 1 tower, and the small pull camp. Assuming that's that. We set here to the paths and spawn points of Radiant off-lane creeps and the position of the Radiant off-lane tier 2 tower. This results in creeps falling to the right of the tier 2 tower instead of sometimes splitting up to go around it. Makes it easier to block. Radiant Secret Shop trigger area moved slightly towards the Radiant tier 1 tower and more centered around the shopkeeper. Yes.
Righto, keep it moving. Did anyone see a path? All good.
Yeah, I like that. Invulnerability targeting rules of certain items and abilities have been updated. Most items and abilities that previously could target and or affect invulnerable targets no longer do so. Nullify can no longer target it. Now you can make BKB on Necrophos. Thank you. It doesn't make sense, but at least you can still use that to then like get used first or some shit like that. But yeah, Nullifier was just insane. Wait, why can't you bloodlust invulnerable units? Weird. Weird. Okay, I don't mind that at all. Okay, Venge can't swap, that's pretty big. But from what I'm not reading here, it means Bara can still ulti someone.
Sure, flat tap.
So level max. Quite tanky, 324 no items. Let's get a BKB. So he still can ulti L1 invulnerable units, but Venge can't swap, so I like that. Since Cyclone Effect also makes all changes mentioned above apply to them as well. As a result, these are special cases. Nullify will dispel Cyclone of the target immediately if Cyclone was cast on a unit already affected by the Nullify debuff. Okay, but you can dodge it by using Nullify now. I like it. So I don't need to make a fucking BKB. Yes, please. Yeah, I'm a Nullifier. Oh wait.
The way is clear. Slow is pro. One note follows another.
Okay, but if he's already throwing it at me.
Between the planes. Wanna come with?
Okay, we'll have to find out exactly how that works. Because Fortune cannot target cyclone units, but will display cyclone of the units in AoE around the target. Swen's Stormhammer with Axe Scepter cannot target cyclone units, but will dispel cyclone of the units in AoE around the target. Got it. So okay, clarity, initial and maximum stock increase. I like that. Cost increase. I don't like that. Healing salve. Initial and maximum stock increased. I like that. No longer has half duration when cast on an ally. Now heals for half the amount per second when cast on an ally. Yikes. So it takes longer for it to heal just as much. And branch cost increase. Okay. Makes a lot of initial builds harder. Orbs cannot be planted within 300 units of another observer from the same team that has been planted within last second. Plant no longer increased by cast range increases. Oh, okay. So you can't plant where the fuck you want because of cast range. I like that. Pretty balanced. Sentry wards cannot be planted within 300 units of sentry wards. Okay. Smoke can be used directly from backpack. Thank you. Has no cooldown when entering the main from backpack. Thank you. Tango, this never really touched the max anyways, so that's fine. Ooh, share Tango now hits for half the amount per second. You have to get your own tangos basically. This also makes heroes like Warlock better because now their heals are much more effective, as opposed to like getting a shaman who then buys tangos and gives it to your carry. Roche Panhana upgrades each subsequent drop. The effect radius rescale. Okay, I like that. Okay, Ghost Scepter is not as vulnerable to magic damage now, but I'm assuming E-Blade is still because it's an upgraded Ghost Scepter. Ring of Task is cheaper, Shadow Amulet is cheaper, Tiara is cheaper, Voodoo Mask is cheaper, Bloodstone is cheaper. Instead of 80, it now goes up to 75, so it's not that bad. But it's better in general because passively you're getting 25 instead of 20. That's a 25% buff. That's pretty good. Bloodstone is good, I'd say. Busa Bang has a better build up now. If you're like rushing it, you can have an extra heart ring of Taras instead of a recipe. Crimson Guard no longer dispellable, that makes Crimson Guard better. They got a bit cheaper. Oh fuck. The Fuser Blade mana break no longer applied by illusions. So you're not making this on PL anymore. I like it. Fuck PL. I like PL, I like to play him, but playing against him is obnoxious. I hope this also works on AM. That'll really ruin AM's game if his Manta illusions can't mana break. But I think that balances him. Yo, this is fucked. It's a bit cheaper, but no ether lens. No longer provides mana region or cast range. It gives stats now. 30. So they made this into a universal hero item now, I would say. But I think in a sense that's pretty good. 1.5 times the target primary attribute would have been, say if you have 100 int, that makes it a 150 damage nuke. But instead say you have 80 int, 60 strength and 40 agi, you're now doing 180 damage, starting more damage. But making this on Grim mid now just feels a lot worse. Because the Eternus build-up was worse compared to the Kaya, this sucks ass now. This is straight up ass. Glimmer Cape recipe cost increased from 350 to 450. Okay, that's fine. And the recipe cost decrease. Total cost decreased. Okay, armor bonus increased. No longer provides aura armor. Okay. Okay, but this is, I would say, pretty good. I like making this on heroes who like arcane boots anyways and would also like to have a dispel, because then now you suddenly have two key things happening through one button. And suddenly it's 700 gold cheaper, so you get it a minute sooner. You know? Like worst case you get it a minute sooner. Midas no longer has an experience multiplier. So you just don't want people to make this? Okay. Okay, let's test the Tarask. Let me just drop some of this shit. Okay, I'm at 14.5. This gives me 69.7. 62, 63, 65. So this is good on heroes like Huskar and Necro, I would believe now. Around 100 at the minute. If I'm missing 50%, 1.5% of 50 is like 0.75, so that's essentially giving me more max health regen than it used to before. Wait, 1.5% of your missing health. 50%, 1% would be 0.5. Yeah, okay, yeah, 0.75. You're missing 30% HP, 1% would be 0.3, 0.45. So around the 30% HP mark is where it reaches the same level as the old heart. And then it just gets better after that. So let's say you're missing 60% HP, you're getting 0.9 more. Around 65% HP is where, like if you're at 35% HP, you're getting 2% max HP as bonus regen. Okay, it doesn't seem great, honestly speaking, still, but I think it might still work on heroes like Necro and Huskar, giving them that small extra boost of like healing they need if they're trying to get, if they're getting like a lot of HP taken out of them. But it might also be good with other tanky heroes who in general just take longer to kill, because they're stacked on armor or magic resistance. So someone like a DK, maybe for example, or a Viper, this might be better on them now, because now it's much harder to get them to die when they are like lower HP, because they just keep regening that much. And the thing is, it's also like easier for it to stack up now, right? Like for example, if I have any sort of health restoration buff along with this, right? I'm at 60, it went up to like 111 earlier, right? So I'm at 77 now. Already 111 over here. $145, yeah. Okay, so the heart works pretty well now with other sources. So I think heart necro might be back. Maybe, I'm not sure. I have to give it a shot. Okay, they've nerfed the Dom, which was very important, very needed. Not sure if it kills it or not, honestly, but whatever. Okay, they made Holy Locket a lot. Like, better in terms of the maximum heals it can output. So 2 into 20 would be around 40, but 15 into 5 is more. 15 into 5 is around 75. So you're getting more mana and heal overall. But it takes longer for you to get those charges over time automatically. So to get max charges would take you 3 minutes, I believe. 4 minutes, sorry. If no action is happening around you. But you can now cast it from further away, and you're also getting a 10% buff on the heal that you're getting, and so pretty good, I would say. Heals a lot. It heals for a lot. I think this might have made it an item which I would consider getting on Dazzles and other healers, maybe an Oracle. Can the recipe change requires Soul Booster instead of Tiara of Salamene now. No longer requires a recipe. Total cost unchanged at 5600. Now also provides 7 HP regen, mana regen bonus decreased to 3, health bonus increased to 450, mana bonus increase. That makes it a nicer item, I would say. Who needed that plus 8 mana regen? You never made it for that. It was just given to you. Sure, it's nice to have, but it's a bit of a waste. Icon costs more. Nakama bonus increase, meteor hammer stun duration increase. Yeah, no one is using this. I like it. Nullifier can no longer target. Yeah, fuck Nullifier. Octringo cannot be disassembled now. Also requires a 200G recipe, making it more expensive. Alright. It's okay. So V's armor increase, perseverance cannot be disassembled. That's how it should have been always. Pipe cost increase, recipe change. Alright. Phylactery, recipe change, requires perseverance or point booster. Okay, it's a better build up on Phylactery now. I could actually consider going this on my Grim now. Maybe. Recipe cost decreased, total cost is increased to 2600. No longer provides 200 HP and mana, provides HP regen and mana regen. Yeah, I'm okay with that. It's supposed to be a spellcaster item. HP mana just gives it tankiness, which they don't necessarily need to provide additionally. Radiance bonus increase on evasion. Alright, burn no longer miss 10%. Okay. Burn no longer does extra damage to illusions. Alright. So this is not a team item per se for the evasion, which you used to get it before against PLs and stuff. But the extra evasion is good on the person. Makes it worse for team fights in a way, but better for solo. So still good for my necro. Refresher no longer requires cornucopia. Recipe cost increased from 200 to 1600. Total cost unchanged. No longer provides plus 10 damage. Health regen bonus decreased. Margin bonus decreased. Okay, there's no refresher overall, which makes sense. Revenant's Brooch. Recipe cost increased. Probably cheaper, I'll take that. Okay, they're basically making it so our illusions don't take more damage from stuff, so it's harder to know which is the real hero, which makes sense. I do not hate that. Silver cheaper. Let's get this. Let's get this. Ooh, okay. And that's undispellable, it said, right? Debuff is not dispellable. Yeah, that's insane. Now, let me try if this works against that, right? So, nah. Okay, let's see what else. On bonus mana, region decreased from 1.4 to 1.25. You can get charges from further away. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Can I stack on? Is that what you're telling me? Is that what you're telling me? I can stack on stuff. So I can basically have an urn plus a spirit vessel. I could also have just multiple urns. I'm sure that the cooldowns, yeah, the cooldowns are going to match, but I can basically have infinite urns. So I can, like, why I would make multiple urns is so that I also have heals that I can use on my teammates, but at the same time also have it for offensive usage. But then again, that's very skirmishy. Why the fuck not, get 2 urns? Is it ideal? No. Is it something you can do? Yes. Spirit vessels, soul release, charge, gain radius increase from 1400 to 1500. This also makes it so that it's better now if 2 people on your team want to make on. One can have an on, the other one can have a spirit vessel. I think it makes it a pretty good item now on anyone that wants to fight a lot. Like if you just look at the raw stats of it, 30 HP regen for 8 seconds, so that's 240 HP per kill, and it's doing 25 into 8, which is 200 damage per kill. So I would say honestly this is quite good to get on any hero that wants to like skirmish a lot, because they're essentially getting your own free I mean not free, but your own regen along with 2 armor, 2 attributes, and a bit of mana regen. Yeah, I think this is honestly might be better than Falcon Blade on heroes that want to fight. A Falcon Blade gives you 1.75 mana regen for 1400, it's giving you 1.25 for 825, but also giving you extra match damage and heals on yourself. So depending on which hero you're playing, Falcon Blade might not be the answer. You might want to get an on instead. Below Discord, recipe chains now requires Ring of Hell, Chainmail, Circlet, and 320 gold recipe. Total cost unchanged. This require anvil, crown. Yeah, that sucked ass. This sounds better. I can get armor. I can start with the circlet, get the armor, get a ring of health. 4 HP. Not bad, not bad. Wind Waker Cyclone cooldown increased from 16 seconds to 19. Needed enough. Wraith Band attack speed bonus increased. Okay, they got a buff. Sure, why not? Ripper slash cycled out. Sister shot cycled out of course. Who would have thought? Spark of Courage cycled out. Ash Legion Shield. Shield Wall. Decreases Whereas movement speed by 12 to give all their player control units within 800 a 140 physical damage barrier. Okay. Duration 6 seconds, no mana cost, 40-second cooldown, doesn't affect ward units. Okay. Brood Mama, Beastmaster. This is really good. I get 12 movements, who the fuck cares? 140 physical damage barrier to all player control units. That's quite good. Duelist Gloves returning, I like it. I like the 20 attack speed. There are no enemy heroes. It'll also tell you if there's someone nearby. You know, that's the thing with it. So, for example, if I get, let's say this guy, neutrals, and we get the Duelist Gloves, right? So, not getting the buff, 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 not getting the buff. Am I getting the buff? Okay, so I would have to look at my attack speed numbers over here. It's not giving a visible indicator there, but say if I start just farming it, I'm farming. You know? Farming. I'm looking at my own numbers over here. And then suddenly there is I'm farming, I'm looking at my attack speed, farming. Wait. Oh, if he's generous, it doesn't work. Alright, that's interesting.
One night follows another.
Doesn't matter if I have vision of them or not.
Come on, get a wriggle on.
I'm at 172.
Strolling.
Why isn't it going? Yeah, why is my attack speed tripping?
Wanna come
Oh, it gives me attack speed when there are heroes. Alright, sorry, my bad.
This way looks choice. The music just makes me want to move. Go with the flow, bro. Get a wriggle on, team.
I completely read that wrong, my bad. Weighted dice loaded when calculating Vera's base damage or creep bounty from last hits. Value is computed 2 times and the highest value is taken. Alright, okay, I like that. That gives you more gold. Brigand's Blade cycle out of cost. Defense shell is returning, okay, reciprocity and attack counter attacks. When they attack range 5% of the normal attack damage, 5-second clock attack modifiers. Dormant Curio increases to 104. Okay, Searing Signet is still there. Burn through roll damage increased. Dormant increased. Burn through now does 50% less damage to non-hero targets. Okay, it's weaker on creeps basically.
So get comfortable. Looks like we may be here a long time.
Gale Guard cycled out. That was my favorite item. Jerry Pollen Bag. Pollinate duration decreased. Max health damage decreased. Okay, pollinate cooldown decreased, so you can use it more often, but it does less damage. Psychic Headband now can target allies, still can't target the wearer themselves. It's a mini 4-star.
Good day for Meander.
is a mini 4-star. Where is it at? Oh, it's not a 4-star. It's a push them away from me staff.
Righto, keep it moving.
I like it. I like it. From tier 5 to tier 3, no longer by status resistance from nearby enemies. Okay. Okay, I like this. Unrelenting has become a great melee hero item. Monocle cycled out, Orista cycled out, Spirit Cloak cycled out. Flare's Bota Bloodthirst increases wearer's base damage by 15% and attack speed by 30 for 6 seconds. No mana cost, cooldown of 65 seconds. Passive Blood Rush, cooldown is reset whenever an enemy hero dies within 1200 units. Okay. Okay, this is great for like fighters. Giant small, a bit weaker. Idle or Skriok. False Flight, grants phase movement, 50% slow resistance, 25% evasion, no mana cost, 30 seconds. I love this item. Metamorphic Mandible, Pupate. Wearer enters an insect form for 4 seconds, increasing magic resistance by 35% and movement speed by 15%, but decreasing size by 20% and armor by 45%. No mana cost. Can be dispelled, can't be cast while channeling. Dormant Curio increases duration. Okay. I'll try this. Rattle Cage returns. Okay. Reverberate after taking 180 damage from any source aware of has up to 2 break random nearby enemies at 600 unit duration in radius. Paralyzing heroes that deals 110 damage and slows the target enemies. Movement speed and attack speed by 100 for 0.2. Yo, that's pretty good. Now, let's go and have a look at this one. Yeah, okay. Yo, this is
Showtime, cuz.
nice.
Yeah, I could go for a tramp. Well, get a wriggle on.
It's like the hex thing, but you can still do everything else.
Pound the pond. In the hex and the ribbon hurts. Hey, you thought I'd be my little friend? Let's get this toad on the road.
Does this give vision is the question.
And here's the percussion section. Let's play our walking beat.
Does not.
Let's have a dance break.
Even if I said I don't know, then it does not give vision.
It'll be a real trip.
Interesting. This had to be cycle out. Doesn't look right. Move from 4 to 5. Okay. Maybe 1 to 16. Okay. Common Cure to 20.8. Okay. Rift Shadow Prism. New to your artifact. Effect. 10% of us can help to create a full health illusion that lasts for 20 seconds. Illusion of 50% outgoing damage and 240% current damage. No mana cost. Tier 5. I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good. How long does it last for is the question. So the last tier 5 let's take a shot.
Count me in.
Okay, lasts for 20 seconds.
The music just makes me want to move. Kicking the dust off my jeans. Let's play our walking beat.
Abaddon, stats nerfed, stats nerfed, stats nerfed. The quickening, cooldown reduction on hero to decrease, nerf. Miss Coil cooldown increased. No. Heal level increased. But no, buff on an early level. Alchemist. Mana cost increased. No. Talent damage for. Okay, that's a buff. Anti-damage remote counterspell ally. Counterspell shard. Shard's illusion outgoing damage increased from 75 to 100%. Excuse you. Why really would you do that? That's my question.
Onward. I go.
Good day for meander.
None shall hinder me. The path is clear.
Yak Warden buff. Rescale buff. Axe call duration increased. The better money levels cooldown increased. No longer has armor based damage multiplier. Damage type changed from physical to pure. Okay. That's gonna do a lot of damage. 12 into 12, 120, 144 pure, or 30 into 12, 360 pure. And when it comes to the stack game, yep, that's gonna do a lot. Level 20 counter helix damage increased from 30 to 40. Current grid increase 15 strength. Battle hunger armor multiplier replaced with 150 current grid damage. Pain cooldown increased. A nightmare, okay. Pain's grip. Axe scepter illusion damage taken increased from 200 to 225. Okay. Slide nose. Bad daytime vision range increase. Arsonist no longer has decreased number, okay. Movement slow decrease from 816 to nerfed, okay, big nerf. Cooldown reduction increased to 8, okay, that's a buff. Beastmaster damage buffed on axes. Boar base attack time is worse. Inner beast buffed.
So it shall be.
Okay. Okay, buffs for bounty. Oh shit, they changed everything about Brewmaster. New unit ability, Liquid Courage. Must drop 50% health, he gains the status resistance buff and his movement speed alternates every 1 second by being faster and slower. The effect becomes stronger at lower health, scaling from 0 up to max size of 20% health. Okay, max status resistance is 10.5 plus 0.5 per level up. Max speed increases 25. 10%. Okay, wears the Agonum Shard. Activate the ability to toss a strong drink to himself or a teammate, granting the max effects of the unit for 5 seconds. So he can just give someone status resistance with the shard, along with move speed. 2% max HP regen per second. Okay, that is amazing. Cast range 800, mana cost 50, cooldown 20. That is very strong. Thunderclap, cast point improved, mana cost rescaled, buff. Radius rescaled from 325, 350 to 375. Okay. Cinderbrew now rolls a barrel of ale that deals path and drenches enemies along the way and around the target location. It's not should have been. Drunken Brother moved brewed up effect from Cinderbrew to Drunken Brother. When he casts an ability, he becomes brewed up for 5 seconds, gaining 150% to his stance bonuses. If he's already brewed up, the duration is extended by 1 second. After brewed up ends, Brewmaster is hungover and cannot become brewed up again for 9 seconds. I like it. Earth stance magic resistance increased early levels. Attack speed increased for later on. Void stance removed. Stance visual indicator is now always present around Brewmaster. Stances can now be switched without cancelling channeling or invisibility. Okay, his ult duration increased on later levels. Oh, the Brewlings received their Drunken Brother stances. Earth Brewlings debuff immunity ability renamed to Earth Element. 80 status resistance and 60% magic resistance. Okay. Demolish bonus building decreased to 120. Movement speed increased from 33. Okay. Damage increased. Storm damage increased. Void removal no upgrades the Agonum Shot, upgrade the Agonum Scepter to cancel the ability early and provide build bonuses to all buildings and cards. Also increase the ability to level 4, improving the Brewling stats and abilities. Earth 4100, 8 HP and damage increase. The blue damage duration increased. Bit of multiplier for longer multiplier, 600 building health, multiplier 15 seconds has quick cooldown. 1.5x Drunken Brawler stance bonuses. Okay. I think this made him stronger overall though. Whistle back, Smart Rocket no longer increases armor loss per stack. Viscous Nasal Goo armor loss per stack increased by default. I guess that is a buff in a way, I guess, but that passive is worse. Insatiable Hunger Shard no longer increases duration. What does her shard do? Got it. And Burma is an also an bonus increase from okay. Attack bonus decrease from 12 to 10. 35 attack speed replaced with 25. Slowness chance 30. Incapacitating bite slowness chance replaced with no speed and no speed limit. Okay, let's go send to our Rawhide. What is Rawhide? Permanently gains 25 max health every 120 seconds. Bonus max health decrease. Okay. Workhorse cooldown increase. I had to do that, was too small. And the duration decreased. Okay. CK min damage increased by 5. Max damage decreased by 5. Okay, makes it more reliable to last it with him. Damage spread decreased. Phantasm duration replaced with phantasm damage taken at 25. That sounds pretty good. That sounds pretty good. 350 goes down to 225. That sounds pretty good to me. Chen mana cost increased. Cooldown increased. No longer grants bonus attack range. Deals pure damage by default. Okay. Okay, more or less no, but one buff. Clings, remote. Okay, they changed this facets. I didn't like them, so I'm happy with it. Remote tar bomb, remote bone and arrow. Infernal shred, innate ability passive cannot be leveled up. Clings and skeletons apply stacking levers that cause their attacks to pierce up to 20% of. Okay, Clings applies 2% per attack, and skeletons apply 1%. Debuff lasts 5 seconds. Okay. Skelly Archer's attack speed factor decreased. Searing as back, baby! Imbues Clink's arrows with fire for extra 18, 32, 46, 60 damage. Skelly Archers always fire searing arrows with 50% reduced damage. Mana cost 10. So he probably starts around 300 mana. It's not gonna be great. 30 arrows, not bad honestly, but these are 320 mana. That's not wrong. 32 arrows plus 1.1 every 10 seconds. You get another one. Okay, Skelly Archers attack the target enemy attacked by Clings with Searing Arrows effect. Death Pack no longer creates Skelly Archers. That's not great. Skeleton Walk, Skeleton Archer stats and Axe Scepter ability are now part of Skeleton Walk. Okay, the last, the same. Quest of Burning Army. Burning Barrage no longer slows the target. Oh shit, okay. I didn't even know it did that, but it was nice that it did that, I guess. Spawn interval improved. Okay, it goes on faster, and there's more skellies. Skeleton Walk, bonus moment speed, Skeleton Archer count. I like the jetpack can be toggled on and off now. Also, duration 7 seconds, 6 seconds. Okay. See, base damage decreased by 2. Base intelligence increased from 18 to 20. Daxier base intelligence increased, damage increased. Okay, developer stance and duration increased. Okay, buff on theory levels, terrorize returns faster. Terrorize cooldown, okay, dawnbreaker, base damage increased. Dawnbreaker acts increase Solar Guardian heal per pulse. Solar Guardian Zora follows Dawnbreaker for 2 seconds after landing. But it takes us so long for it to channel. Okay. Dazzle base strength increased. Damage at level 1 unchanged. Int gain decreased. Damage gain per level decreased. Now the projection decreased. DP is faster, no longer provides bonus move speed over the XO. Fair. So by the time you get to level 6, you have send 5 into 6, which is 1.5 into 3. It's 4.5%, more than that. Plus a 2.5, 4.75, a lot more than that. And then another 6 levels, you're gonna get more. Okay, so she is just going to be faster overall. That's a buff. Scepter Spirit bonus damage increase from 50 to 60, it's a buff. Int gain decreased, increase, okay, remove Dark's bargain facet. The range of frost arrows movement slow increased from 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay, buff on the drow. Marksmanship disable range decreased. Okay, buff. Best cost of mana replaced with 25% frost arrows mana cost. Honestly, I'll take that. I'll take it. But I like this, it didn't make sense. Did they just remove his facets? Does he not have facets now? What the fuck? Where's the new facets? They just removed his facets. Stone Remnant now passively grants 2.5% attack damage per currently unused charge. Whenever expert uses another ability on Stone Remnant, he gains 7.5% bonus attack damage for 10. Max ability charges increase from 7 plus 1 additional charge every 5th level to 7 plus 1 for 4 hero level ups. .5 per unused charge. So if you have 7 unused charges, that is 7 into 2.5. which is 15%. That's not more than that. 17.5%. No, that sounds wrong. That's right, 17.5. Another one gives you to 20. So by level 5 you're gonna have plus 20% bonus attack damage, and you get a total of 7 more. That's 14. 14 would give you 25 and 10. 35% extra bonus attack damage passively, and a 7.5 more. So 20%. Okay, he does a lot of right click now. A lot. Boulder Smash cooldown rescaled. Okay. Grip cannot target allied units by default. Can't play allies that are affected by leash, root bind, dual, chronosphere or black hole. Ag shard revoked, decreases cooldown by 3 seconds and increases allied unit casting and speed by 50%. Okay, you can pull from a lot further away. Grip cooldown replaced with 2 Boulder Smash cooldown. Boulder damage reduced. Replaced with 175% rolling boulder damage from strength. Okay. 3 Boulder Smash cooldown replaced with 175 grip damage. Okay. Magnetize undispellable replaced with Earth Spirit. Magnetizes himself, applies magnetize at its current duration to enemy heroes around Earth Spirit and can be refreshed. Ooh, I think that just makes it so that you can just keep refreshing it. Let's try that out. I like it. Earth Spirit level max. Oopsie, ally level max. Level max.
I set my stones.
Right, so earlier, those you cast this.
Advance.
Right, he's sticking, you have to put a stone there. Then it does it again. Right, and then done. And now what we can do is this spells.
My stones are light.
I do this. Let's put one next to me. That's refreshing it on him. And I put one next to me. Oh, it's not. Okay, what?
As my feet set in stone. Yes. Exactly so.
But I can keep refreshing myself and them as a result. Does this show me how much damage I have right now? Additionally, and I guess if I remove these, I'll see.
That spot there.
Okay, I'm getting plus 60.
That's a good spot.
Okay. Alright. I like it. I think we're gonna see some odd spirit carries coming up now. I mean, he's also pretty good in lane now, right? Because you can just pull your ally back,
My robot eye.
which I think is pretty
Sometimes
useful.
it makes no sense. Did you guess everything that's going
In
on?
lane,
Because
Earthshaker,
this is all nonsense.
Fisher damage decreased from 110. Okay, so slight nerfs. Shard no longer allows Fisher walking. Okay, nerf. Slam damage decreased on early levels. That's fair. That's fine. Enchant totem damage increases 50 to 65%. Okay. ET return astral spirit and move astral spirit sub abilities can now be used while ET is disabled. Should have always been that way. Level 10 talent. Astral spirit move speed per hero increased from 2 to 2.5. Okay, whatever. Ember spirit cooldown decreased from 35 to 32 on flame guard. Serum chain duration decreased. Anti chain damage decreased. So that's nerfs. And nerf damage amp changed from 10 plus 4 to 4 plus 4. Okay, that's enough. Nerf. Okay. Ah. Bonus attack speed decrease though. Plus 10 enchanted creep armor replaced with plus 5 for her and her units. Okay. Okay. Enigma shard now also spawns an eidolon if the target dies before the effect expires. Okay. Malefice instance damage increased. Direction always applies 1 instance of damage and slow in addition to the popular instances. Okay, that's nice. Cooldown also reflects the target type for the phantom lashes to it. Soulbind can now be reflected. Reflected spells now get cast onto both units affected by Soulbind. Okay. I also should see some buffs. I would assume mana cost decrease, that's a buff. Cooldown decrease, that's a big buff to 15 seconds. Duration decreased to 15. That's a buff. 200 attack damage to other units with sand strength. 60 hero spirits attack damage with 50% spirits damage. So the damage was 90, it increased by 45, which is enough. But the creep damage also increased by 15. So that goes to 45. Level 25 talent unslowable during overcharge replaced with 1.5 relocate cast delay. Second cast time was down to 1.5. Okay, pretty good. If it gets to that point, I will. Blah. Attack speed slow. Okay, let's exchange this. Exchange this as well. Comes on a little bit later if you're playing as a carry basically. Liquid frost and fire max health damage increase. Okay. Zerg base agility decreased, damage decreased, mana cost increased. Good important notes: base increased, damage increased, damage increase. It should be all buffs. Mana increase early levels. Mana increase from 75 to 90. Yeah, increase early levels. Will-O-Wisp damage increased. 90 damage, pretty good. So we just skip. Now we can't skip. Cooldown reduction per level increased. Okay, cooldown on level 1 decreased. Cooldown level 30 decreased. Katana base attack time improved. Katana bonus agi base damage decreased. Damage per second rescaled. Worse early, better later. Active effect now you trigger up to a maximum of 500 stacks. Shard now also increases max stacks to 1000. Echo damage decreased. Okay, no, Echo is now 50% reduced chance to proc random effects. Echo is made in 25% chance. Okay. No longer trigger marks but may still create them. Chance to mark will be reduced. Rush speed decreased. Shoto Sai marked stun duration decreased. Spike stun duration decreased. Okay. I think that makes them better. I mean, I don't play this hero at all whatsoever. I wouldn't do shit on my worst enemy, but I think what that means is the higher his attack speed, the faster he can do his shit. So let's switch discipline. Fire conversion item 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 9 hits, and then we can just get him. What the fuck?
What's the rush?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Talk's cheap.
Okay. Kunkka damage increased early on. Cooldown decreased early on. LC mana cost decreased. Okay, cooldown rescaled on the moment of courage, so it's better early on. I like it. Worse later on, I like it. Dabber Edict duration increased from 6 to 7.5. Okay. Number of exclusions gonna be the same, right? Yeah, so it basically makes it so the damage doesn't happen as quickly, it happens over a slightly longer period of time. Makes it weaker. Split Earth, radius increase early on, easier to hit. Yuna int can increase, Laguna Blade, cast range increased. Lion Hex, mana cost decreased, early buff. Pretty good for the rain. Finger of Death, cooldown decreased, early on good for support. Don't do it. Base movement speed decreased. Base damage increased. Damage at 1 increased. Bear with me by necessities. Remove gift bearer innate ability. Its effect is now part of someone's spirit ability. Let me guess. Did they not give him? Right, he should be here now. Wait, where is he? Oh, he's right there. My bad. Yeah, okay, he doesn't have a facet. Um, Spirit Bear now counts as a melee hero for most spells. Since the bear is now a hero, all unit related changes move to a separate Spirit Bear section below. The section is for summon ability changes only. Cooldown decreased to 120, okay. Entangle, new point targeted basic ability, allows Lunar to entangle enemies once again 5 stacks for this ability. Entangled enemies are unable to move for dash seconds and take damage per second. When upcast, raise 2 stacks to each enemy hero in the area and 5 stacks to enemy creeps. Also empowers Lone Road for 10 seconds, making him apply 1 stack with each attack on enemy heroes. Enemies are protected from gaining new stacks while they're already entangled. Radius 50, stack duration 10 seconds, cast range 700, mana cost cooldown. Pierces debuff immunity. That's important. That's a route going to immunity, and you can insta cast it on creep from what I understand. So what they're gonna do is remove a few of these, get my boy out here, get the entangle ability, and let me just get like a bunch of creeps, right?
Go with the flow, bro.
So now I can insta root creeps for a few seconds, but also debuff immune heroes. So if he has a BKB, so he wants to BKB and TP.
Look there.
Okay, I rooted him, but that doesn't change anything, I guess.
Of course.
I'm going.
I charge ahead.
Oh wait, right, I have to hit him also. Right, okay, that works. Lone Druid's empowered buff and enemy stack counter debuff are undispellable. Entangle debuff is dispellable, okay. Creeps can't gain stacks from either Lone Druid and Spirit Bear's attacks, and Entangle only on cast. Roshan is affected as if you are a hero. Spirit Bear's Entangling Claws rework now allows up its ability and passive poison power attacks at all times. Greater Axe increases radius to 450 and hero stacks on cast to 5. Instantly entangling them. Also removes stack protection from entangled enemies. So you can chain stack them, okay? Spirit Link no longer grants attack speed or shared armor. Firstly grants move speed to Lone Druid and his Spirit Bear. Lone Druid attacks now heal the Spirit Bear by default. Among upgrades is Acceptor, True Form. Mana cost decreased from 200 to 80. Okay, so it's cheaper. Duration decreased to 25. Cooldown decreased by a lot. No longer grants entangling claws and demolish. Also provides bonus attack damage. Bonus armor increased from 8, 10, 12 to okay. The 30 entangling claw DPS replaced with 55 attack speed. So you can duel the bear now. Okay. Okay. Get finger stacks. Get speared. Get scythe. Get pounced and atrophy aura. Okay. Also break smoke. Okay. Okay. Can now capture watchers and outposts. Now starts with the TP scroll on cooldown the first time it is summoned. Spirit Bear now receives a copy of Lone Wood's neutral item. Appears an independent cooldown. Ability order has been changed. Base HP rescaled to 1500. Base HP regen decreased to 3. Attack time. Oh, okay. Base attack speed increased. Armor decreased. Movement speed rescaled to 310. Base resistance to 25. He has his own talent tree. Demolish is now an innate. Bonus tower damage rescaled 30%. Non-offense 33 magic resistance. Consider a teleport for the. Okay, Diamond Claws. Slight nerfs to Lycan. Magnus base damage increased by 1. Damage at level 1 increased. Okay. Level increase. Okay. RP. Cooldown decrease by 5 seconds. Marcy has only one facet. No, wait, she has two. She has a bodyguard and pick me up. Not that bad. She still has two. But I like it. I like this facet a lot. Okay, Mars bonus chances of healers decreased by 5. Cooldown reduction to 16. Mana shield no longer benefits from mana cost reduction effect. Plus 1 volley. 25 plus 2 seconds. Okay. No longer has decreased number of. Okay, Mirana. Slight nerf. But 10% increase base. Okay, that's fair. Moonlight Shadow cooldown decreased. Okay, early buff. Okay, I'm good with that. 2. Transform is a lot more damage at level 20 now. Monkey armor decreased. Base attack time improved. Attack speed decreased. No longer has decreased number. Okay, 3 turns. In duration to 3. That makes sense. Morph. Okay, weapon increased. Mana cost decreased on early levels. Cast range increased. Oh, gets 20 attack speed at level 10. That's pretty good. Naga base int decrease. Agi gain increased. Riptide damage increase. Deluge cooldown increased. Okay. Can no longer target invulnerable units unless this invulnerability is provided by Song of the Siren. Okay, nerfs on that. I like it. NP Agi gain decreased from 3 to 2.6. Damage gain per level decreased from 4.1 to 3.9. It wasn't a thing. I didn't know it was a thing. That's an actual ability he has. Oh, within 900 range, Fox and Lemon. Dealing damage over time based on number of trees within 250 radius. I did not know that. Okay, I was wondering what that was every time.
Nature calls. Can't
Okay.
see the forest.
AP per kill reduced. HP region per kill decrease on the scythe. Ghost Rod slow decreased. Boo. Heartstopper region reduction decreased. Boo. Whilebringer no longer has decreased number of +2 All attributes bonuses. Heart of Darkness no longer reduces with HP regen. Crippling Fear DPS increased. Next assassin bonus damage decreased. Spike Carapace. Whatever. Ogre bonus damage increased. Base damage. Yeah, this had to be nerfed. It was too strong. Mana cost decreased. Okay. Makes it more accessible. Cooldown decreased. Makes it way more accessible. Tango doesn't have facets. The slow is very good. Cooldown decreased. Okay. Mana cost rescaled to 75. Okay. Okay, so it's better on a mid lane, but not as strong in team fights. Barrier duration decreased to 6. Okay, that's also nice. Damage decreased. That's also nice. These are all nerfs. No longer slows enemies. Accept a swashbuckle damage decreased to 75%. Rolling Thunder duration rescaled. No longer decreases the cooldown of shield crash. Now takes 1 second to reach full roll speed. Okay. Okay, so your scepter is useless now? That's insane. Plus 90 shield crash barrier to 125. It makes a 9-second cooldown. 125 shield crash radius and damage. 1.5 cooldown. At most you can do it twice in your roll, you know. So earlier you could do it like 3 times. More if you're efficient with it. 5.5 second cooldown is not bad, I would say. Swashbuckle cooldown replaced 20% attack damage as swashbuckle damage. Okay, whatever. PA blur active movement speed increased. Okay. Phantom strike cooldown replaced with 2 charges. So you can go in and go out. Okay, I like it. I think I like it. Because you can go and you can go. I think I really like it. The Phantom Lancer Agi gain increased. Remove Darkness and Lancelot facets. Illusory armaments ability reworked. Whenever an illusion is created, it can't have less than 18% of PL's damage for 3 seconds. Ah, okay. So if you're level 7, that's already 2 level ups. You put it 22%, that makes your illusion stronger. Evasion bonus is lost when the target is reached or is cancelled. Base damage per second rescaled to be more earlier. Max damage rescaled to be more earlier versus later. These are together enough. Puckish no longer applies on destroying attacks on buildings. 20% burst strike cooldown reduction increase from 2 seconds to 3 seconds. Okay. Okay, bonus base damage decrease. Okay. Can no longer target invulnerability units. SF souls and hero kills increase. Okay. Health and bounty multiplier decrease from 10 to 9. Okay, it takes over such to kill it. A little less gold, okay. Okay, stronger on earlier levels, cooldown decreased. Okay, I like it. Arcane cost, silence multiplier decreased. Waves of wisdom and steel increased. Okay, instant duration rescaled. Okay. Okay. I like the puddle radius increase. Axe scepter crush puddle radius decreased. Bash of the deep bash duration decreased. Bonus damage decreased on all your levels. Much worse levels 1 and 2. Okay. Now apply defensive stack from using an enemy hero. Saltwater Shield. Autocast attack modifier. Slug slices an enemy hero with a salty shield, stealing the target's 3 move speed, 3 health regen, and 3, 4, 5, 6% of the health restoration. Each subsequent use refers to the duration of all shield stacks. Steal duration 6, 8, 10, 12. Mana cost 20, cooldown 10, 8, 6, 4. Not breakable, disabled by silence, no stack limit, ignores attack backswing. So you can just stop enemies from healing. So your alchemists, necrophoses, death prophets, these are all kind of screwed. Shadow Dance now passively grants movement speed and health regen when unseen. Depth Shroud duration decrease, I like that. No, cooldown reduction increased. Okay, Fire Snap Cookie. Mana cost increased. Shard, this damage decreased. Decrease. Sniper can no longer target enemies' units. Okay, Spectral Dagger. Mana cost decreased. We can jump back and forth. That is very strong. Techie's base agility increased from 14 to 16. Male debuff duration decreased from 2 seconds to 1.5. Hammer trap slow increase from 5 to 10.
what's happening here then? Oh, the game's still on. Gripping, isn't it?
So let's try out the Treant Protector. There we go. So let's level up, level up, level up, level up. Okay, so now this is how he usually feel. It does a bit of damage, whatever. Who cares? Now the scepter is a big boy. And it's not that good, honestly. Sounds good in theory, but the shard is really good. The fact that you get so much vision out is really good. And with this,
Submit.
Yeah, I reckon.
what if it's maxed out? Does that change how big he becomes? I mean, because a little bigger, not that much. I mean, the HP is insane. There is something wrong with the HP. Is it meant to be that much? 16 seconds, not all that much. That's my problem with it, right? So if you look at it,
I believe I will.
Okay, we've seen all the changes, I guess. Let's claim our free holiday material. Oh, that's a lot of materials. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. Why the hell not? That gets me my disciple spat. Let's go. I'm not taking that shit. Both of these, huh? I don't honestly care about the rest. नहीं नहीं मेरे को चाहिए. ये सो रहा है ना इसलिए मैं बाहर नहीं आ रहा था तो मैं बोला कि अगर तू उठी है तो पूछना तो मैं ले लेता हूँ अभी. हाँ तो मैं ले लेगा फिर. मेरे को वही पूछना था कि तुम लोग दोनों जाग गए अगर तो मैं बाहर आ सकता. चपाती सब्जी खाऊंगा.
अच्छा वही खा रहे हो, खाया नहीं रात को?
ये शीरा खाया था ना मैंने तो इसमें थोड़ा बचा है अभी. अभी वो खा लूँगा. मैं तभी रात को खाया था ना पहला 2-3 चपाती खाया था. एक चपाती इसमें शायद बचा और नहीं मेरे को भूख लग रहा है. ऐसा मेरे को हल्का नहीं चाहिए. भूख लगा मेरे को. I think my environment looks better like this, but I think it's better to have the light on. I think my environment looks better like this. Anyways, I think I should cap this for now. I don't really have anything else to check. There isn't honestly any major changes per se. It's just a lot of rebalancing. This is a small patch disguised as a big patch. A few things that I liked were mainly in the terrain changes and stuff, but yeah, nothing major per se. So quite disappointed, I would say.